Now do it as you open the hood on this one. And then we'll pop this
It is the time to replace its fat fuck. No one is home. So if you can't already tell, I'm going to try to take that transmission slider right off onto this bad boy. And then I don't know where I'll put it. I don't really have a lot of space in here, but we going to figure that out. Alright, I got all 6 of these bolts out. Now let's try and prime this thing off. Oh shit. Oh fuck, come on, come on. Oh, I don't want to damage anything. There we go. She fucking off. Alright people, the transmission is off. And now it's time to get this, I don't even know what it's called, but thingy-majigger onto that. I'm hoping this kind of slides right off. They've got all my bolts out, so. Ow! Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. The important thing when you're switching a K24 A2 to an A is the VTEC solenoid. So there's 3 bolts right there and a 4th bolt on the side of it to take off this cover. Once you take this cover off, it basically just plops right off like that. The reason why I'm taking mine off and putting it on there is because, as you can see, there's a sensor, that blue sensor, and here there's not. So I have to. I did get my my water pumping housing off, which is just for 2 bolts and then 2 nuts, which is actually really easy. It just pops off. And then I also switched around my, I don't know, my something sensor, my body sensor, but I had to switch this because I realized this is the new one off of this engine, and it was actually broken. The clip's not there, but mine was fine, which is nice. So yeah, I switched those back over, which you will need a 27mm socket to fit on that bad boy. And, oh shit, I need to crank that on a little bit more. But all right, I have both the water pumping housings off, so now I'm just taking off the gasket right now, and basically having your carb cleaner helps, and having like a razor blade to kind of peel it off just like this in a sense, going along it, or even having a screwdriver to kind of just pick at it. But it takes a little time consuming, but get as much as it off as you can before applying the new stuff. And there you have it, folks. She's nice and tight. When you are putting these bolts back on, make sure to cross thread just so it evenly gets pushed on. And yeah, she should take a little bit of time to fucking dry. But there she is. I did get most of the components back on, but I did forget to tell you, this stud that goes into my water pumping housing, you will have to replace that stud. If you can see right here, they do just twist right out. Easiest way to pull them out is to put 2 bolts on it, tighten them up real tight, and then just crank them right off. To get the bolts off, you can just put the bolt in a vise, or just put 2 ratchets on it and crank one of them off. But basically you will have to replace that stud. It's just this one too, and then obviously the bolts too. But anyways,
How much I missed? Fuck! Fuck! Man, A&W drive-thru was absolute cracked today. Like I was able to sit there for 25 minutes and take Snapchats and hook up to their Wi-Fi and do all this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I was actually cheesed about that today, so far. Did not expect having to sit in that bitch for that long. Anyway, I'm here now. Let's go. I'm getting the smoke though. I need one so bad.
Oh, jeez. Get on there.
Oh, buddy, she's on there. Okay, honestly, I'm gonna come help.
Release the pressure.
Release. What way?
That way. Slowly.
It's like how most people smoke, but how I smoke.
Boom! She's on.
Sorry, did you?
Just like that, baby!
Yo,
Thanks to
Malaki! Malaki!
Thanks to me.
So people, didn't get this bad boy on after a few misfortunates, but we don't need to worry about that. Bad boy is on. Got my engine mounts all on. Got this one. Changed the oil filter because I just wanted to. Put my steering on, even though my drive shaft on. Everything is looking prime. And it's kind of funny looking at this engine now. So bare. But we gonna get to it now. Ty in his little fort on my car. Let me pump her up a little bit. Oh, he's pulling pulling the whole thing over. We got lift off my friend. Hey, push it. Push it. Push it!
It's going towards the table now. Holy fuck.
Keep going.
Give it a kick every minute. Get on the other side.
Stop.
Oh fuck.
Hit my roof.
Jesus Christ. That was close. Imagine go right through the fucking thing. Here, you gotta go on the other side of it too. Go on the other side.
No, we have to make more wood.
Oh yeah, we gotta get that other piece of wood.
Or we could use that one.
Yeah, I use that one.
I don't know how well it's gonna do, but gotta love that portable pavement.
Gotta get that tire on the wood, guy.
On the wood. Okay, keep going.
Kick it over.
No, keep going.
Kick it.
Oh, stop. No, don't go anywhere. We're gonna have to raise it up. Stop. That's beauty. Look at this lines up. If this is already lined up, the other one's already lined up.
Yeah.
What are you guys
without me. I think I showed up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Look at that. The engine drops in the sun.
You didn't know the time the compressors that are that size.
Look how clean it is in there too.
Stop, go, stop, go. Because if you go, you fuck it up.
Looks nice and beautiful. Oh man, all lines up nicely. All right, this bad boy's in here. Got my 1, 2, and 3 engine mounts fully connected. My wiring harness is everywhere, and then there's one bolt, that bolt behind there, and then there's 2 bolts over there, just under my where my axle goes. Put those bad boys in, and it's completely in here now. Now just connected. It's fucking bullshit. Got everything connected back here to my transmission. There's like 3 or 4 plugins back there. Got everything connected with my VTEC solenoid down there. When you are putting in this engine, there is can't see it, but there's a connection down there that you want to put in before you completely drop it in. Got my alternator on. Got my fuse box back together, which is a bunch of wires, and which is a lot of fun trying to put back together, but got lots of it back together and hopefully should be running sometime this week. All right, people, I just installed, or not installed, reinstalled the shift cable, which is a bolt there, 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 and there to get the casing off. But before you get the casing off, oh shit, you do need to get 1, 2, 3 bolts off. This plops out, and then you just get the rest of the 4 bolts. Also reconnected my exhaust, which is actually really simple. 1 bolt there, 1 bolt there, then it plops right off, which is actually awesome. But other than that, the next fun part on this is putting in the sway bar. And you want to have all, I always put my bolts back on my stuff, but you want to make sure that they are all off, which is 1, 2, 3, just so it fits in better, because it's actually kind of a bitch trying to put it in, because there's 2 bolts there obviously, and then there's 2 bolts back there, or whatever you call them, which kind of makes it weird to kind of put it in. But got my rad put in and my AC condenser looking all nice and fresh. Oh, there's not many bolts going in, or bolts, there is no bolts actually. There are one connector there, and another connector going to your AC condenser, 1 connector here, and then there's also a wire right there that connects underneath. And there's these 2 hoses, 1 hose, and I don't know if you can see it, you can kind of see it under there, going to the trans. I mean, yeah, these both go to the trans. Fill up with trans fluid. Of course, you got your big hose, and then this hose obviously goes right there. But other than that, also got a nice new caliper in. You just have to, this can pop in and out of socket, so you basically have to move this completely out of the way, pop it in. It's a fun thing to do, but yeah, one of you are changing the rotors as well and brake pads, but I'll get into that later. All right, I installed the wiring harness for my alternator. Also, I installed my my starter, which there's a clip right here for the body. There's a clip right there for the starter, and then the electrical. I need to tighten this down. But also to install the starter, it just plops right on. There's 2 bolts there and right there. It just comes right on. Tighten them up. Don't over tighten them. And then right now, though, I'm going to be installing my intake. Once you have your intake manifold on, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts or nuts, and 1 down there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but you'll be able to find it. Then there's just only a few hoses that go on. This clip, there's a screw right there that this clip sits on. Also, this through that hole, or a bit of rust. This one right here, this bolt will go through. Get all these clamps on. They're kind of common like sense where the clamps and the plugins go. 2 hoses right here, and then yeah, another coolant line put in all my sensors. Got all the hoses all nice and neat. There's that one, all these hoses, yeah, and there was a sensor down there. This gray one, if you see right by my that gray one right there. That needs to be plugged in. I don't even think you can see it. Yeah, you see that black wire? Yeah, that one. Alright people, I got my belt off. This is your belt tensioner right there. That one right there. It is a 14, so you just pry that open and fish it through. The belt diagrams are all over online, so it won't be hard to find that. Yeah, I also put in my intake or whatever. It's only 1-2 bolts right here. I did not put that bolt in because I could not find it. But this is just a sensor and then 2 hoses. But basically, yeah, I have to hook up my battery, fill it up with fluids, which trans fluid, oil, and radiator fluid. Throw my battery in it and this thing can start. Fuck. Oh, fuck yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, I haven't heard this thing fucking going in so long. Oh, my.